Hey, KJ, one of the first things Sam just told us was you didn't have a lot of time to pass today. Just want maybe what you thought of the first offense today.
I felt like we just came out really slow on the start of the day. So going into the week, next week, I mean, that's going to be a big emphasis for us is starting fast, being able to get out on the field and move the ball and get some momentum going early. So that's the main thing we want to focus on.
Yeah, Cam, the flip side of that was he said the D line was really good today. Could you maybe talk about what you saw out of the front today?
Right. Okay, I can say like all of us, we was hungry as a whole. You could tell that the chemistry is really there. We all played together, was all all on one accord, and basically we just gave a preview of how it's going to be this season.
KJ, a lot of people have been talking about the defensive line. Are you feeling them a little bit more maybe than you did last year just in practice? You feeling the pocket a little tighter?
Man, of course. I mean, each and every day they've gotten better. Our coaches have put together a great plan for those guys to be able to free those guys up and let them get a lot of one-on-one blocks going on. So, I mean, those guys are just like you said. I mean, the chemistry is good. Those guys they work their tails off, and it's showing.
Cam, what's your impression on the offensive line? You obviously working against Braun some and Limmer and Latham. What are they doing well that's challenging you?
Well, I can say like every practice is a competition. We treat every practice like a game, and the offensive line, man, they give it to us every practice. Like Coach Pitt has a saying that, the other guy in front of you is on scholarship too, and I can tell you now that their front five, their mamas don't never have to pay or worry about college. So yeah, they give us a run for our money every day, and we just get better as a whole. Iron sharpens iron.
KJ, we heard that Dominique Johnson had a good day, a couple big runs. What did you see from him today?
Just confident. He was really confident in his knee. Just seeing him come back and be able to just produce the way he did within the pass game and running the ball as well. So it's great to have him back and on full go and to show that he has a lot of confidence in his knee.
And then also, we keep hearing that Isaac Tesla is, catching a lot of tough balls. What have you seen from him, and how's that connection between you and him going?
It's going really good. I mean, a guy like Isaac, really strong hands. He when the ball's in the air, I mean, he treated it as it's his ball. I mean, it's 100% his. So I mean, having a guy like that on the outside and inside some too. I mean, just being able to put the ball in tight areas and knowing that he'll come up with the catch is pretty amazing.
Maybe both of you guys could take this, but Sam said Jeffcoat is a guy that maybe flashed a little bit today. Just what's his skill set, and KJ, if you maybe had any run-ins with him?
Well, I can tell you one thing about Tree, man. Tree is he's a hard worker. Tree is mainly he's good in both run and pass. Tree comes off that edge and he's flying, man. So I can tell you, Tree is he's one heck of a player, most definitely.
Like Cam said, I mean, he comes out the edge. Really, he's flying to the ball. I mean, he got a nose for the ball, run and pass. Great guy. Like he says, a hard-working guy. I mean, it's always a competition with him. He's self-motivated a lot of the times, and having a guy like him on the edge is really a problem.
KJ, when Dan was here before, he used the tight ends probably more than Kendall did. What have you seen catching the ball from the tight ends? Have you liked what you've seen from that?
I have. I mean, those guys. I mean, being able to have an offense in a system where we have rules and boundaries, and also giving the tight ends a little freedom to work some moves and showcase their skill level and their talent. So, I mean, in this offense, they've done a great job taking it on and being able to come out each and every day at practice and work those moves and freeing up, creating mismatches as well. So just having an offense like that to free those guys up.
When you were here before, I asked if Marquise looked like someone who played some college ball, but how's his hands? Is he catching the ball pretty well out there?
He is. I mean, he has really big hands and strong hands as well.
On the defensive tackle rotation, interior lineman, how do you feel like the competition making everybody better there?
Yeah, most definitely. It's a competition. We're competing every day for the defensive tackle spot. I feel like right now we have a good three deep. We can rotate a lot, and no matter who's on the field, we both groups, all three of them, we both are specialists in pass and run, so we could handle both.
KJ, what stood out to you when you think about the secondary today? Guys that maybe made some tight places for you to throw the football and everything.
I mean, it's like that each and every day we come out to practice. I mean, those guys are always and playing their hearts out, competing at a very high level with our guys on the offense side of the ball. It's always iron sharpening iron, which is going to help us and help us grow in some areas that we might see in the season for us man-to-man coverage and different things of that nature. So it's always iron sharpening iron each and every day at practice. So, I mean, I love to see that from the secondary.
On the opposite side, Tesla has been mentioned, but what's it like right now having to work with it seems like there's a lot of receivers and tight ends that are vying for snaps, and what's it like for you trying to figure out who's going to be kind of the go-to targets right now before we head into the season?
I mean, right now, we on day 8, so it's kind of hard to say who's going to be the go-to guy right now. I mean, all those guys are competing at a very high level. They're taking it each and every day personal to go out there and be the best they can be that day. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to say who will be a go-to receiver right now or tight end right now.
KJ, I think I heard Sam say this right, that there was obviously you guys don't get hit, the quarterbacks don't. There was a play where I guess you were scrambling and he called it dead and you were a little upset and said, well, that wouldn't have been tackled. And he said it probably wouldn't have happened in the game either. I just wonder what you remember about that.
I knew he was going to blow it dead. So, I mean, me and him always joking about those situations, those scenarios. So, I knew he was going to do it. We was down there in red area. I knew he was going to end up doing it. So, we just laughed it off and got back to the next play.
And Cam, we're trying to Deke Adams in here. I guess it was yesterday. I don't know. I get mixed up on which days it was. But he's the first D-line coach in a while here that's been back for his second year. Torian was saying that was real important to him because he's had a lot of different position guys. I know you're not quite as old, but what do you think about Coach Adams and what he does well and having him back?
Man, Coach Adams he's a very good coach. I can say this is my third year being here. So my first year I had a different one. So he's a returner for my second year here. And Coach Adams has developed me a lot. He's made me a better player all around, and most importantly, made me a better person.
The first 2 games being I think 3 p.m. Kickoff, so in the heat of the day, the depth you've talked about, and other guys have talked about that too. How important is that for the D lineman, to have some good depth when you're probably going to be playing in the heat of the day?
It's going to be very important because, with the heat and stuff, we can stay fresh because we have the ability and opportunity to rotate, and everyone can stay fresh. So,
KJ, when you come in here, a lot of times you're kind of business. I see you out on the field, and you're joking with people and kind of riling people up and stuff. Is that something that you kind of feel like you need to turn on when you're out there? Like, what's your way that you lead this team? Is that something you consciously think of?
I don't think about it. I mean, it's just me. I'm just being me. I mean, I'm in my element when I'm out there. So guys feed off my energy and my mentality and my approach and my preparation. So I'm just being me at the end of the day.
And with Rashad Dubinion, Coach was talking about him really starting to turn it up. What have you seen from him, the biggest improvement from last year to where he is right now?
Rashad, I mean, he's a special athlete. I mean, he can do it all, and also just the way his preparation, the way he's approached this camp. He's taking a lot of reps more serious, taking everything more serious. Each and every day he come out, it's a competition in their running back room as well. So iron sharpening iron in their room. They all want to see each other get better. So they are just pushing each other in their room. So just to their full potential. So he's doing a really good job so far.
Cam, we were talking about you the other day, and Torian was saying you can basically do it a lot of different ways, power, finesse. When it comes to clubbing people and doing all different things like that, how much emphasis do you put on that, like in the off season and watching NFL guys, things of that nature?
Right. So I put a huge emphasis on it because I know last year, like I said before, I solidify myself mainly in the run game, and I knew that this season, if I wanted to take the next step and be to where I want to be, I have to work on my pass rush, and that's mainly all I focused on this past offseason, working with different trainers, watching different NFL players, and just mainly getting more tools in my toolbox.
Great job, fellas. Appreciate it.